In my future term, I will be committed to promoting innovation in drug education. I hope every student in Taiwan in the future all can receive correct drug knowledge and stay away from drugs. Thank you, everyone.
Dear students, what we are going to teach today is about drugs.
No,
As you all know,
I'm
drugs
learning
are
that
mean.
something everyone knows.
Does anyone know how to prevent drug use?
Due to the anti-drug method, the cell monkey method, and the reason telling method, right?
That's right, you know it quite well.
Of course, these have been taught from elementary school until now.
The teacher ignored Rose and continued the class, which made Rose feel a little disappointed.
Students, we are going to teach sex education today. Do you know that condoms are not completely safe? Stop. I know what you're thinking. It's no you using two.
So that's it?
Do you know how children are born?
I don't know.
I will teach you now. A baby is born after 10 months of pregnancy.
What on earth did I just hear?
I have already talked about it in detail. When I was students, this wasn't taught in school. They taught some strange things, such as if a boy and a girl hold hands, or if you kiss, you'll get pregnant. It is not like it is now. Sex education has been improved a lot.
Is there any progress in sex education? What was drug education like before? I will ask the teacher later.
Dear student, today class ends here. Get up. Class is over.
Teacher, I have a question.
What's the question?
I'm curious about what drug education used to be like.
Basically, it involved entirely into the anti-drug method and reason-telling method and self-deprecating method, etc.
Hey, what is it no different from now?
Yes, it's the same as before.
It's strange. Sex education has made progress, but drug addiction has stagnated.
I don't know, Taiwan education just doesn't want you to know about this topic. It has always been nothing more than the three tricks. Contact with drug and you will regret it. Stay away from drug and embrace a better life. 10 ways to say no to drugs.
I see. Drug education has been similar for the over 40 years. So, how do other countries teach it?
Hey, I heard you talking to yourself. Do you need me to point out the future of direction for you?
Very much so.
In the other side of the ocean, in the United States, where drugs is legal, how did they teach their people?
Indeed. But how should I find this information?
Simple. I know an anti-drugs ambassador. His name is Toys. He will answer your questions.
Okay.
Hello to you too.
Hello, Ambassador.
That's right. This friend of mine wants to ask you about the differences in drug education and propaganda between the United States and Taiwan.
It is a long story. Let's start with why Taiwan started banning drugs. Around the 1950s, the United States began a global anti-drug campaign. Taiwan just happened to catch up with this anti-drug trend and also started to ban drugs. But the US drug ban wasn't because drugs are bad. Actually, it was because of racial discrimination. At the beginning of the 20th century, because Americans were disgusted with Mexicans coming here to take drugs. Marijuana comes from Mexico as well. So they started to emphasize in the media that marijuana can cause crime. There was a report in the New York Times in 1925. The title was Mexicans Screaming Mad Holding a Butcher Knife and Losing Control and Kill 6 People. Or they filmed a movie like Reefer Madness. When describing smoking marijuana, murder and rape were equated. To put it simply, Mexicans who smoked marijuana were treated as criminals. But today, 100 years later, a marijuana cigarette in an American's hand, it has become a symbol of coolness. But the United States' approach to anti-cannabis propaganda and education is completely different. It is published on the New York City government website, a cannabis user manual. It says mixing marijuana with alcohol or other drugs can have unpredictable consequences. Cannabis has delayed effects. Effects of using cannabis. It might take 4 hours to feel an O. If you are under 25 years old, cannabis use increases health risks. These are bits of cannabis knowledge that are difficult for Taiwanese to obtain. The anti-drug campaign in the United States aims to educate the public about cannabis, and Taiwan isn't just about anti-drug propaganda. The entire anti-drug education system needs to be reviewed. Current anti-drug education just doesn't differentiate between any drugs. Then, I tell you, if you use this drug, your life will be ruined. Then let's talk about sex education back then. They say if you hold hands, you will get pregnant and your life will be ruined. Has it reduced teenage pregnancy? No. Sex education has made progress. Why is drug education still as the same 20 or even 30 years ago? We should be able to learn from the United States. This is more effective than not letting people discuss it.
Thank you, Ambassador. I learned a lot.
So what did you just learn?
I think drug education in Taiwan should keep up with the times like sex education has. If drug education does not progress, it will not help the next generation understand drugs.
So what can you do to promote the progress of the drug education?
I think I can.
After some hard work, Rose eventually became the Minister of Education.
In my future term, I will be committed to promoting innovation in drug education. I hope every student in Taiwan in the future all can receive correct drug knowledge and stay away from drugs. Thank you, everyone.
Despite facing numerous obstacles and setbacks along the way, Rose still remained determined and ultimately set forth on the journey of improving drug education.